Very recently, we've had the announcement that the final 2 episodes of the first cour of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime will be combined into a 1-hour-long special episode. So episodes 12 and 13 will end off the first cour of the anime. This news is building up towards the end of the year, which has notoriously been known to be eventful for fans of Bleach over the last few years. Now, ever since the manga had ended back in August of 2016, Bleach fans have turned towards Jump Festa in the hopes of an anime announcement or for a new trailer or key visual for the anime. But before even the anime was announced, Jump Festa did not even have a Bleach presence aside from Bleach Brave Souls being promoted at the event. But thankfully all of this has changed in recent years, with the announcement of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime, the Bleach spin-off Burn the Witch, the new Breeds from Hell one-shot chapter, which hints at the manga continuing, and as well as a Bleach art exhibition which has been held all across Japan. Now all of these things have really helped to keep Bleach very relevant in recent times. In the past, Jump Festa was only available for Japanese viewers, and internationally we were forced to tune in via VPNs. But thankfully this year, Jump Festa 2023 will be available to watch worldwide with English subtitles via a live stream link that's going to be over on their official YouTube channel. You can find the link to this live stream in the description of this video so that you can set your reminders for when it goes live. Jump Festa is described by Shueisha as an annual event that welcomes fans to participate in a wide range of activities and stages that are packed with Jump content. It had first come about in 1999 and countless fans of Jump titles have attended the events. And this year is the 24th year of Jump Festa, and it's going to be hosted at one of Japan's largest venues called the Makuhari Messe. In addition to this, the 24th Jump Festa is going to be the first one in history where it will be live streamed internationally, and fans all across the world will be able to join in on the event via the simultaneous broadcast with English subtitles. Now Bleach fans, we're interested in the Jump Superstage EX panel, which will be live streamed with English subtitles, and this panel is happening on Saturday the 17th of December 2022 at 7 PM Japan time, which is about 10 AM UK time, and for fans in America it will be 2 AM Pacific time and 5 AM Eastern time. This panel is just under 2 days away from the making of this video, and it will be about 40 minutes long. Now these panels are typically a celebration of the series, as well as being an opportunity to share with us some of the most recent developments surrounding the title. Now this can include news regarding the anime as well as the manga, and even showcasing new merchandise and talking about events that are linked to the series. We are aware for this year's Jump Festa, Tybw Cour will be in attendance along with the Japanese voice actors for Ichigo, Rukia, Uryu and Renji. You've got comments from each of the voice actors as they kind of give an insight into what the event is going to be about. The voice actor of Ichigo says that there will be a Bleach Superstage again this year, but the contents of it are going to be too dark and very packed. He's clearly very excited about what's going to be revealed, and it's going to be a must-see event. A lot of these comments are surrounding the broadcast of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime, so it may be hinting at more details revealed for Cour 2 of the series, but I'll talk more about what's likely or least likely to happen at Jump Festa. Now we know Kubo is going to be in attendance, and the last time that he had made an appearance in a live stream was back in March of 2020, when the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime was first announced. Now in terms of Jump Festa panels, in the past we have had voice actors attend, and most of the runtime is taken up with them voice acting for us some iconic moments from back in the series, and towards the end we get small snippets of information like a key visual and at most a teaser. I want to preface from the start of this video that we can get very carried away with events like Jump Festa, and we can get our hopes up really high, but in all honesty, being very realistic, very little or nothing is shown at Jump Festa most of the time. But with this said, I do want to talk about what will most likely be shown at the Bleach panel, as well as kind of indulging in some of the unrealistic options by going over what is very unlikely to be revealed at the event. And to top off the video, I'll go over some of your predictions that you have shared with me about the news releasing this week. So before going over what is likely to be revealed, let's talk about what has actually been announced for Jump Festa 2023. We've had this very recent announcement that Bleach will have its own SH Figure Arts line. We know that SH Figure Arts creates some incredible action figures, and I've collected several Dragon Ball ones in the past. For now, we know that there will definitely be a new figure or even a line of figures, and they are going to be showcased at Jump Festa. This announcement was made by Tamashii Nations, who will be live streaming the display on their Instagram page. And you've got this promotional image here of clearly a red outline of Ichigo, with the text being the SH Figure Arts advertising a line of figures for the 1000-Year Blood War arc. So talking about what will most likely be announced at Jump Festa, I believe that we're definitely going to have some sort of details revealed about the second cour of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime. I'm being very optimistic we may even get a release date. Now speaking about a release date, we don't really know what the situation is going to be in terms of the breaks between the cores. Some people have optimistically predicted that it's going to be 3 months between cores, but I'm more inclined to say that the second core will release 9 months after the first core ends. We do know via individuals like James Hansen, whose sources have said that they have recently wrapped up a lot of their pre-planning for the second core, so it's usually 9 to 10 months from that point until we get a finalized episode for a well-managed anime production. A lot of the voice actors were speaking about the 1000 Year Blood War arc anime, so I believe that there will be details about Core 2, we may even get a teaser, and at the very least we are going to get a key visual for the second core. You saw earlier I spoke about the Bleach SH figure arts line that's going to be announced, so there's definitely going to be announcements for new merchandise, again like figures, like clothes, and who knows, maybe even an art book. Now with the push for the 1000 Year Blood War arc anime, there's every chance that we'll get information about a Blu-ray release of the anime's first core, and if we're going to be very realistic, this Bleach EX panel is most likely going to be filled with discussions with the voice actors, talking with the anime staff, and maybe an interview with Kubo. We may even get some additional information about Kubo's official fan club, Club Outside. They may be expanding it to English speaking countries, or they may be revealing additional material that's going to be uploaded onto his fan page. Now what is surprising about this event is that it's going to be live streamed in English for the first time. They've gone through the effort of making it accessible for international fans, so there's every chance that the wildly successful Bleach art exhibition that they held all across Japan may be expanded to other countries internationally. Now I know I'm being very boring with a lot of these realistic expectations, but I don't want to get any of our hopes up too high. We may not even get a key visual or a teaser for Core 2, let alone a release date for it, and instead they may just be promoting more details about the 1000 Year Blood War arc anime, talking about new merchandise releases, as well as having interviews with the voice actors and anime staff as well as Kubo. So even to expect details about Core 2 is being kind of optimistic in my opinion. Now if we were to go completely crazy on the other side of the spectrum, let's talk about the very unlikely, unrealistic things that are going to be announced at the Bleach panel. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is an announcement for a new possible Bleach console game. Now we know that the last game that we had was Bleach Soul Resurrection that was released on the PlayStation 3 back in June of 2011, but I think that it's going to be very unlikely that Bleach will have a new game announced at Jump Festa this year. I'd be really excited if it is announced, but I just don't see it happening. But with the anime returning for 4 cores, I do think over the course of the next few years a new Bleach game will be announced, and there probably is a game that's in development right now which may be teased in 2023 or even 2024. What you have to realize is that the Bleach anime being back for 4 cores means that we're at least going to have new Bleach anime material for the next 3 to 4 years, especially if the breaks between the cores are 9 to 10 months long. So the series is going to stay in relevancy for quite a while. Now the next very unlikely announcement that I think is going to happen is a new Bleach movie. Now this isn't a live action movie. I think that if they were going to announce a movie, it would be an animated one. Now the possibilities of a Bleach movie are kind of endless here. You could talk about a original Gote 13 movie where we get to see more of the original battle between the Shinigami and the Quincy from 1000 years ago. We may even have an animated movie for the Hell arc, with the New Breeds from Hell special chapter being kind of like a prelude building up to this Hell arc movie. But again, this is really unrealistic and I don't see a movie being announced at Jump Festa this year. With Kubo being in attendance, there's every chance that he may reveal some new information about the Bleach manga continuation via a Hell arc. He last released the New Breeds from Hell special chapter in August 2021, which took us all by surprise. He had teased that captains from the Gote 13 have been sent to Hell and that the gates of Hell are opening up from the inside. So a lot of fans were speculating about old characters returning, with the deceased captains becoming possible villains. There's just so much to dive into when it comes to the continuation of the Bleach manga via this Hell storyline. I'd love if there was new details revealed about this continuation at Jump Festa, but I don't really see it happening in Jump Festa 2023. Instead, I see that the Bleach Hell arc manga may be announced next year in Weekly Shonen Jump, because the New Breeds from Hell special chapter was literally announced like 1 or 2 weeks before it dropped, and it was kind of out of the blue. It wasn't teased at Jump Festa 2021, and it really caught us all by surprise, and I think that any new Bleach manga releases will kind of follow this similar trend. Now with the panel being exclusively about Bleach, I don't think that we're going to get any details about Burn the Witch Season 2, or even a Burn the Witch and Bleach crossover. We know that Burn the Witch is set within the Bleach world, and that Season 2 was teased well over a year and a half ago, but since then we've had no news on a continuation via the anime or the manga of Burn the Witch. Now the next unrealistic prediction is going to be be an adaptation of the Can't For Your Own World light novels. I do think that if the Can't For Your Own World light novels are going to be adapted, then an announcement will be made for these during maybe Core 3 or Core 4 of the anime. So an announcement for these maybe 1 or 2 years down the line. But in all honesty, with the success of the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime, I do think that they would be very silly not to adapt Can't For Your Own World, which is a direct continuation of the manga, and I think it's an excellent epilogue following the events of the Thousand Year Blood War arc as we wrap up a lot of the plot points that were left unanswered at the end of the story arc. We find out the fates of several characters, and it's a nice way to bridge the gap between the end of the Thousand Year Blood War arc and the final 2 chapters of the Bleach manga, which take place over 10 years after the end of the arc. Now, another kind of unlikely announcement that may happen at Jump Festa is a new Thousand Year Blood War arc data book that continues on from the Bleach data books like Souls, Masked, and Unmasked. Now, we are well overdue for a new Bleach data book. This should have ideally been announced and released back in 2016 or 2015, I think. There's some key details about the Quincy that we could learn more about, as well as information about Ichigo's abilities and powers, which are typically revealed within the data books. So yeah, I'd be really excited if a Thousand Year Blood War arc data book is announced at Jump Festa. Now, as a joke, the most unlikely, unrealistic announcement is going to be a crossover between Bleach and Fortnite, and I pray to God that this just does not happen at the event. I did ask all of you what were your predictions for what could be announced at Jump Festa during the Bleach panel this Saturday. You've got people immediately out of the gate talking about the second core of the Bleach anime, as well as a Bleach game. Some people are really realistic, saying that nothing major is going to be announced, but hopefully a preview for the next core or a date for when the second core is going to begin airing. Another user speaks about realistic announcements at the event, one of them being details of a release window for the second core of the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime, new merchandise being announced, as well as talk about the Blu-ray for the first core of the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime. Surprisingly, they've also included how the Bleach art exhibition may be released internationally, and for a very unlikely announcement, they've included a new Bleach movie. A lot of the very realistic expectations, people are hoping for a new key visual or preview, or even a release date announcement for the second core of the anime. Thankfully, this one user here says that they are hoping that the second core takes as long as the first core because production value is the highest priority. Now, I see this being the trend with a lot of Bleach fans. They would rather wait longer just so that they could have a higher quality product in the end. And we know from the 6th and 7th episode of the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime just how important it is to give the animators enough time to bring us the best work, because episodes 6 and 7 was some of the best Bleach animated material that I've ever seen. Again, continuing with this trend, people's realistic expectations are information about Core 2 for the Thousand Year Blood War arc anime, with unrealistic expectations being a new Bleach console game or even a Hell arc manga continuation. So this one user talks about how people are saying that it's unrealistic for the Hell arc manga to be announced, but with Kubo going to be at the event, it may be possible that the Hell arc will actually be revealed. This user doesn't seem to have a problem with having high expectations with Jump Festa, but believe me, over the last few years we've had really high hopes just by seeing voice actors being interviewed and reenacting some of the iconic moments from the series for about 35 minutes, and then having 5 minutes of just snippets of information revealed. It just really puts a damper on the entire event. So I don't want to go into Jump Festa with too many high hopes. That's why I've talked about realistic and unrealistic expectations for this event. If you want to keep up to date and to be the first to know about all of the news revealed at Jump Festa, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stick around for an update video that I'll release over the weekend where I'll summarize all of the key points from Jump Festa, and make sure you check out the link to the Jump Festa live stream for the Bleach Jump Superstage EX panel that's in the description of this video. You can all set your notifications for the event before it starts, because we are literally under 45 hours away from the event actually starting. So yeah, let me know all of your thoughts about Bleach being at Jump Festa 23. Do you think there's a reason why it's going to be streamed internationally with English subtitles? I would love to read all of your realistic and unrealistic expectations for Jump Festa, so definitely continue the discussion in the comments. And lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I can't wait to see you in my next Bleach video. If you enjoy my content, then you can support my channel through Patreon for as little as $1 a month, or even through YouTube by becoming a channel member. You will gain access to exclusive channel perks and a Discord server which I frequently use. So become a member of my Zero Division and be the first to know about my upcoming videos. And once again, thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.